Today is July 26th, and the first series of the season is done, and the Yanks won. Let's talk about it. Let's talk Yanks!
Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY and Jake. Recaps galore and weekly awards. Stat lines, steaming hot takes. Get your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old JOMBOY and Jake. Talking Yanks with old JOMBOy and Jake.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Yanks. We are coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios. That's RSVLTS. Promo code JOMBOY, get you some money off. The Yankees have won their first series. We have waited about 8 months to finally talk about a baseball game, baseball games, the results, the pitching, the hitting, the decisions, the things that matter. And I am so excited. My name's JOMBOY. Sitting next to me is Jake. We got producer BBD in the corner. It's our first series recap coming to you live from the office. We thought it would be much sooner than this. I'm all excited, Jake. How are you doing?
Woo! Literally. Man, it's good to be back. I'm excited for you. I know during some of our darkest hours, you were just hitting the Yankee segment noises, the pride of the Yankees, the burn noise. You're just hitting buttons just to hear the sounds, to feel some type of way. And we're back in it, man. It was good. I'm very happy for those last 3 innings of Yankees baseball because the tone would be very different. We'd be talking about, whose position battles are coming up and things like that. But we get the first series out of the way. Happy train ride, happy flight, happy whatever they're taking back to Philadelphia. And more importantly, a happy Talkin' Yanks. So
A happy Talkin' Yanks to you as well.
I think people would have been, if we had lost today, I think we still would have done a happy Talkin' Yanks, and I don't think people would have been happy with that.
No.
But we won.
We won.
Who cares?
Yanks won.
Who cares?
All right. This episode is brought to you by Paul Fisher, Leonardo Reali, great name, Angelo Trento, Matthew. Got a long name. I got to stretch out the screen to figure it out. Nope, it's just not ever going to show me your full name.
Oh.
Come on now.
Tough break.
Yeah, Matthew Moriano is what I'm going to say, but it's Moriali.
Moriali.
Scott Phillips, Troy Vicino, Mace, DJ Millen, Rick Dawson, Phil White, Jody, Sean Tiernan, Harry Martin, Brian Plusinski, Dax Tucker, Christian Duffy, Patrick Fox, the Todd Father, Kevin Luck, Michael Losecco, Mike Materio.
A lot of paisans.
Yeah, it's a Yankees podcast.
Yeah,
it's a
apparently.
Yankees podcast. DiMaggio brought all the Italians this way. It's an Italian fan base. Well, anyway, thank you. Those are our most recent Patreon members, most recent patrons. They get to watch live. The chat's going. We got some regulars in the chat. Scalzo. We got Cooper. We got Erica and some others. Man, I'm just so excited.
Yeah, man. It's good to have the people back in the chat. It's exciting to get back into it. I think last thing before we start to dive, I'm wearing an affordable jersey. We've got like 20 of them. It's the new one. It's got the Nike. It's got the swoosh. I'm wearing the Garrett
that
Cole.
Looks like really silky.
Right?
That felt, oh my God, that's different than the Majestic material.
I'm wearing our Cole 45 tank top under it, so I'm cold out, so that's pretty nice. But
I wasn't even trying to do a corny ad. That's
I know.
A really soft material.
Comfy. We got a bunch of reviews, but let's hit it early. This is the last time I will ask until literally playoff time.
Yeah, we'll bang it out here. Wait, what are we at? So we did a big bet last year to get to 1,000 reviews.
That's right.
I had to shave my beard.
I think we're at 1.2.
No.
Yeah, I'm cool now.
We're at 1.6.
Holy smokes.
So if we
2K.
So we won't ask again all season.
Yeah.
Because we hate being that kind of podcast, and quite frankly, we just hate self-promotion. But hey,
I'm already over it. Don't leave a review now.
I'm over it. If you want a jersey, you can, but I'm over the whole pitch.
Leave some reviews. We've got like 20 jerseys to give away. We're going to do it randomly, and if we hit 2,000, I'll, I don't know, insert here. Submit it in your review. 5 stars.
Yes.
Whichever ones look appealing.
Okay.
Pierce my ear.
And that's the last time we'll ask because
That's the last time we'll ask,
podcasts that ask
we
every
kind of
single
don't
episode
care and don't want to talk about it, but it helps. So
Get
just
over
do
it.
it.
I'm sick of talking about it.
Games? What do you want to do?
Let's go game one. Let's just burn it. People are here for the burns.
You want to
man.
get right into the burn.
That's how we usually do it, right?
Holy smokes. I feel like there's usually a little, like, Clint got sent down. Well, we'll get there.
Housekeeping.
There's a little housekeeping normally.
The only housekeeping is Clint got sent down.
Baseball feels very real.
Baseball feels very real.
Um,
Fox. So people were misconstruing my
Clint got
Fox.
sent down.
My Fox broadcast.
Sure.
Fox. It had nothing to do with technology or them not being able to show replays or the announcers.
All right.
They're just terrible at producing.
Yeah.
Like because my tweet
Where you got mad was the inning they were interviewing Scherzer, and they didn't show any of the baseball.
They didn't show any of the baseball,
Yeah.
and Scherzer didn't say anything interesting. They didn't ask an interesting question, and they do that all the time.
Yeah.
They just don't care about the baseball.
Yeah.
And they don't do any replays. Even the replays that work aren't worthwhile.
Yeah, I got ready. Maybe it was one of those prep for the worst. I got prepared for Smoltz to be bad. He actually wasn't terrible.
Yeah, he wasn't that bad.
The only part that got me was in that one commercial for MLB, he talks about how Aaron Judge is his favorite player, and it went straight from that to a Judge at bat, and he was just like, yeah, Judge just struggles with away pitches. And you're like, well, I don't know if you've seen the whole body of work, because I wouldn't say that's it, but...
No, but Yes Network just spoils us. They give us replays of like every nasty pitch, every nasty defense play. Gio made a play today. We're still not sure how he made it because they didn't show the fucking replay of it.
That was pretty nuts.
Show replays, national
like
broadcast.
baseball.
People like seeing the cool things that happen on the field. All right, that's all the housekeeping. Clint got set down. It should not be a surprise to anyone that has regularly listened to the show. He's 7th on the outfield depth chart. We told you Andujar would start in the outfield before him, and he did.
30-man, funny man, business,
30
baseball.
man, funny man. Let's get into it. Opening day, game 1, number 45 on the bump. Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Game 1, opening day in the nation's capital, and a couple aces with a capital A as Mad Max Scherzer and the Nats start their fury road of a title defense versus the New York Yankees and our new religion, Cole, Garrett. Top 1, Giancarlo. Let the rhythm take you over, Giancarlo. 460-foot to run homer. Bottom 1, Adam eats one himself, solo shot. It's 2-1 Yanks after 1. Top 3, the judge orders the most handsome man in baseball to score on a double. Tyler Wade flying around the bases in the 5th unit. He slaps an RBI single the other way. It's 4-1 Yanks. Meanwhile, Garrett J. Cole can't get enough. The only hit he gave up was the home run to Eaton. Cole wasn't even that sharp before the skies opened up, which closed the game. Garrett Cole, 1 hit complete game in his Yankees debut as the Pinstripes win on opening day, 4-1 final.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
I thought you were going to go Little Rascals quote on me.
You would think that.
And the skies opened up and said, I hate you, Max Scherzer.
I didn't deliver that line great. It was supposed to be before the skies opened up, which closed the game. So there's supposed to be a nice little symmetry there,
Opened
but I didn't hit the notes right. Just too much Bama in me right now.
Don't say that.
I won't say that. That'll get us off track for about 10 minutes.
That'll derail the whole show.
So
you got too much Bama in me.
Thursday night.
Rain out. I mean, the office. There's a lot of people in the office watching, working. Wade show, Stanton show, Judge show, Cole show. Complete game, 1 hitter. And he didn't really have, like, impressive stuff until the last inning, I don't think.
The last inning, his curveball started, like, going, like, crazy.
Yeah.
Like, okay. You got it. And, I mean, you got it all along, and the fact that...
There you are, Pan the man.
We were...
That's a hook quote.
In the 5th inning, and it's like, oh, so that solo home run, that was it, huh?
It was weird.
It's just different, man. He's a special dude, and Giancarlo looked great, and Judge looked great. Tyler Wade commanded the bases, and we were living in fear of all rain. It was beautiful. for 6 innings, and then 2-hour rainstorm. We thought it was coming back. And
that was
didn't.
brutal. I'm waiting
so
that
that
out.
was kind of tough. We were in the hot office with
So tired.
8 people or so hanging out, and it was hot. It was rainy. It was opening day. It was exciting. It's a win.
Scherzer struck out 11.
Yeah, there was a tough day for Gary and Gardy in the middle of the lineup.
Hot takes galore where it's like, guys, it's opening day, and he's Max Scherzer.
Oh, man, that one guy, I mean, you got him. You found it, but he said Hicks looks like the weak point in the lineup. Game 1.
I forget who that guy is, but I had a lot of people
0 for 3.
reach out to me and say, thank you for
Yeah.
shitting on him. He's the worst. And I was like, I don't know who he is. I just saw a ridiculous take.
Keep him in check a little bit. The walk to Tyler Wade was kind of huge.
Huge, and the bunt that Tyler Wade laid down was good, but the walk, before the walk, he tried to bunt, or they had him bunt with a 3-1 count, which I tweeted as a rough look if they put that bunt on him, right? Because they're basically saying, Tyler, just beat the shift here. We don't think you can actually get a hit. Just get on base. Rough look. Now, if Wader says to himself, hey, as long as I'm on the base paths, I can help this team. I don't care how I get there. And he goes to lay it down. A little bit of a better look, but still you'd rather him just swing.
And I think you're going to see, this is an early for all of baseball take. Go check out Talkin Baseball. I think you're going to see more bunt beating shifts this year because in the short season, guys a little more worried about their numbers. So if you can sneak out,
you see Harper drop
couple
one down?
bunt hits, exactly. I mean, if Bryce Harper's going to do it, that means it's it's below nobody. So expect that. And yeah, Tyler Wade was electric. It was you were right on this one. No DJ LeMahieu, but I feel like my concept was right because he starts the next game, and it's like, okay.
But they're still taking him out early.
So if we're going to do that. But yeah, man, it was as clean as an opening day could get outside of the weather. I mean, we put up 4 against Scherzer.
Yeah.
The team looks solid. They played clean baseball, which will bring us to Saturday's game. But no, man, everything you could want. The big boys looked good. It was just a tough day for Brett, Gary, and I guess Hicks. He had 1 K, 0 for 3 against one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Bad lineup, Gardy batting 5th. We said that on the pregame show. And make sure you guys tune into the pregame shows, only if you want to. I'm not going to force you. But every Monday through Friday, it's like a nice, big, legit production live show. Saturday and Sundays on Instagram.
Cole, man. I mean,
he only had 75 pitches.
It's something different than we've ever seen, really.
17.
He was one ground ball, 9 fly balls, if I'm reading it right, 5 Ks. The opposite of Zach Britton, I guess. And he had 1 hit by pitch, 1 walk, and 1 hit. The hit was the Eaton homer, but hey, man, he's in the books for 75 bullets, and let's see him soon.
He went 5 innings.
Rush him a start. He only threw 75. Let's start messing with him.
Put him out tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to game 2. Jakey Byrne,
Scherzer.
numero 2. Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Burn, Jakey Byrne.
Steven Strasburg, scratch pulled before the game for Eric Fettiwap as the Nats try to trap queen the Yanks into a loss against the big maple James Paxton, who got himself in some syrup early. Robles Dobles is fun and 2 runs. Trey Turner brings 1 home. It's 3-0 Nats after 2. Paxton's final line, 1 inning pitch, 3 earned run. Yuck! Did not have it. The Yanks have a comeback forming. The Machine, DJ LM with an RBI single. Giancarlo to the moon, 483. It's 3-2 Nats. Okay. Oh no. Nats would score the next 6 in this one off the 3-headed monster of Mike King, Ben Heller, and Luis Avalon. Yanks lose 9-2. If the song had been written in my parents' generation, I would have gone into the Sterling Avalon song.
I'm pulling it up.
But I couldn't think of it on the fly because I'm not familiar with songs. I Googled it. It was from 1958.
The song?
Yes.
So if anyone doesn't know what you're referencing, we have an account called John Sterling Calls that I started last year. Producer BBD has been running it last 2 games and crushing it. And he made sure that we all had this gem from Sterling. Hold on.
I'll travel on to Avalon. And now I think I'll travel on to Avalon.
Nat King Cole, 1958.
1958.
So for the kids that didn't get that reference. And I mean, like, I get it. There was a couple kids that commented on it, and they were like, I don't really get it. And it's like, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't, because that's not a reference a lot of your parents would get. So
It's fantastic stuff.
but it's really good.
I think I'll travel on to
Avalon.
Avalon. This game sucked.
Paxton, man.
I think we'll save him for a little.
Yeah, he'll probably get discussed
He'll probably
later.
get an award later.
What was the quote he gave Hoke after the game? Didn't feel great.
Yeah, dude. Did you hear?
Same.
I don't want to be like a
Been
constant.
there.
I don't want to be a constant soundbite.
Sure.
Did you hear the question George King asked him?
No.
Oh my God, dude. So he does the whole Zoom interview after looking terrible, and he looks like my grandpa. It's like he sat down for the Zoom call and
Right.
suddenly became 55 years old.
Yeah. Oh,
He got
Paxton, my word. That was a tough shot.
full gray hair. Ears, just 80-year-old ears. You know how your ears
Yeah.
never stop growing? Like, they aged his ears only.
Clint, Tyler, Higgy, whoever's listening to this, it's time for Paxton to do a little Just for Men's.
I mean, I'm doing it.
Just a little. You did it. It looks nice.
All right. Okay, so it's a 2-minute interview. He sits down and asks all these questions. And I'll paint the scene. He starts getting up to walk away, and then they're like, wait. George, do you have one more? And listen to what George King
led
asked.
to the lower velocity.
Can you turn it up on there a little?
I'm not sure. That's something.
Hold on, wait for it.
Thank you, James.
Thanks.
Oh, one more. George King. Last one for George.
Sorry about that. James, do you feel bad about, not getting out of the second inning in your first start of the year?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Dude,
tough,
what the
man.
fuck, George?
That's tough.
That's so
tough.
brutal.
Tough. He
He was like getting up. They're
Say
like,
what
wait,
you want.
one more. Do you feel bad about pitching poorly?
Yeah.
Come on, George.
You know what? I didn't expect that for my opening day.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my contract year.
It's brutal, man.
Yeah, we'll save more Pax Daddy for later. Dude, something we totally missed in game one, just running in excitement here and there. Soto for the Nats
Out.
gets COVID pulled right before the series, which is like, holy smokes, he's easily the biggest threat in their lineup. That was crazy. And then before this game, Strasburg gets pulled, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually think that hurt him. Strasburg's good, but the Yankees, some of the guys we know, and Stan did homer, but like they're such preparers.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of an excuse. Fetty did good.
And Fetty's good, and Fetty's he's a decent pitching prospect for them. He's got good stuff, mid-90s, blah blah blah. And yeah, he was having a good summer camp too. If we're deep diving into Nats, but he looked solid, and more importantly, the Yanks looked bad. I mean, both sides were sloppy. The Nats gave us like 8 extra outs in the first 3 innings.
Yeah.
They had 4 errors, I think. Nats had 5
They had 5,
errors.
and the Yankees had 2.
So it was sloppy baseball for a little bit. And Paxton was the equivalent of having 5 errors. He just had nothing.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's a scary situation.
It was the first, of the season.
No, well, because we said, there hasn't been a lot of talk
We
about
haven't
him
seen
in
a
the
lot
summer
of him.
camp. We didn't see him a lot.
Yeah.
I felt like I was trying to, research. I was trying to look up tweets from the beat reporters about Paxton, see if there's any hype or any,
Yeah.
and there was just no news, it felt like, the whole summer camp.
Yeah. Mike King got sexy on Twitter for about 15 minutes. His stat line ends up coming out not looking so
They should have
pretty.
taken him out.
Yeah, and again, the defense didn't do him any
It's
favors.
really his debut. I know he pitched last year
Yeah.
in the Texas series, but that was nothing mattered, and I think got an inning or something. So that was his debut, but
Yeah.
this was his first time in a game hey, go do
Here you
stuff.
go, kid. Yeah.
Go do stuff that matters.
Yeah.
And he gets out of the huge jam, only allowing 1, and then he gets a good inning after that. They should have never let him see the lineup twice. I understand they're in need to get some outs because
Innings.
the next game they already said they're doing a bullpen day,
Yeah.
which I disagreed with, and I think that cost them a little bit. If they weren't doing that, I think they could have used some better pitchers. in game 2.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, it's funny going back and looking at the box score because I'm kind of between. Like, his stuff looked okay and we needed innings. And, dude, Mike King only threw 37 pitches through 3.1 innings.
But it's time seeing batters is what I think
and
they should have.
I get that, but the guy's also supposed to be a starting pitcher. So, like, I don't know. I don't want him playing scared of second time through a lineup. I think if the defense gave him a little more help, you're looking at, like, 4 innings, 2 or 3 earned runs, and a more solid performance. His line ends up looking a little worse, but and then from the end of the game to there, the game was over. The Nats threw some back end of their bullpen guys. The Yanks were frustrated they couldn't hit them, and that was that.
Yeah, bad game.
Not a great game. A loss.
Yeah, okay. We'll move on.
A loss.
Game 3, the rubber match. Yanks versus Nats. Here we go. Hit the button correctly, Jimmy. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Yanks get saucy with an early bullpen day led off by Johnny Lasagna versus Patrick Kurt Cobain as they invite the Yanks to come as they are to figure out who will win this opening series of the season. Loizaga was sharp through 3. His only blemish was to Tina Turner, getting simply the best of him on a solo shot, 1-0 after 3. Eric Thames a David Hale changeup for an RBI single, 2-0 Nats. Corbin was crushing the Yankees' heart-shaped box as he retired 18 of 19 Yankees hitters at one point, but a late solo Gleyber has Corbin getting the cop meeting a quota treatment, pulled over and out at 75 pitches. And the Yanks were ready for the pin. Skinny Voit goes up top himself, tied at 2s after 7. 8th inning, the prince who was promised, Gracias de Caracas, the Venezuelan victor, 23 and me as Baby Gleyber hits the RBI single to make it 3-2. Britain made it fun in the 9th, but it's Lasagna to Hale to Ottavino to Chad to Canely to Zach. It's a win from the pen as the Yanks win 3-2 and take the series 2-1. Let's go Yanks.
Wow.
Bang. Bang.
What was that cop line?
So, it's not perfect. It was a little Jakeness, but I wanted to get the effect of Corbin being pulled at 75 pitches. So, as a cop meeting a quota, you get pulled over going 75.
Okay.
But I had out at 75, so...
Because you're not really speeding.
Right. Like, maybe it's a 65-mile-per-hour highway, so, like, you're going 75.
Yeah.
So, like, if a cop pulls you over doing that, you're like, what the hell? And that's what Nats fans are feeling right now.
You also got a Tina Turner, simply the best.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that one.
That was pretty good.
I was pretty happy with that one.
Good. Nice.
Tina Turner.
Yeah.
How about that?
He's the scariest guy on their team right now.
He's good, man. I like him a lot.
Scarier
I like
on
him
the
a
base
lot.
paths than in the box.
A little bit of both. A little bit
Yeah.
of both. Talented dude.
So halfway through this game, I had a lot of complaints.
Sure.
They were all stored up. I said from the jump it was ridiculous to pencil in an opener before Happ and Montgomery get the ball. I understand you don't want to throw a lefty versus their lineup because they're all righties. I understand you want to get the pitching in order. I get all of that.
Yeah.
It just still seemed backwards to me to pencil in that. And when Paxton only gives you 1 inning, it kind of gets blown up in your face. And then when the Yankees don't have the lead and it's down 2-0 and you're using all your good guys and you have an 11-game stretch coming up, it kind of gets blown in your face again.
Yeah.
And, like, this is really the strategy that we went with. Like, we're burning all of these arms in a potential loss and burnt a bunch of guys yesterday because we couldn't use these guys today, so we had to use Avalon and King for longer. Like, I just think it was dumb all around. Now, it works out. They get the win, but I still think my complaint holds water because if they don't hit those solo home runs there, it's looking like a stupid strategy to start the season when you have pitchers who can give you 70-plus pitches right away. And you say, no, we're going to do a bullpen day, and then, we're just juggling. Like, when they were going deep, like Otto for a second inning and then Canely for a second inning and all that, and they didn't have the lead, it was like, well, this is a dumb strategy.
I see what you're saying, and we're yet to find out the rest of it. Like, you're right. I mean, you're taking a little bit of a chance, and, in theory, the only guy who can't go tomorrow at Philly, I mean, Loizaga, obviously, but also David Hale. I mean, Chad Green threw 23 pitches. Normally, the number we've seen from the Yanks to not go the next day is around 30.
But I don't think they'll throw Chad again.
We'll see. He looked really sharp. I mean, I could see him for one inning or to finish an inning maybe. So that being said, you have a lot of guys available, and the Yankees are going to abuse the 30-man. I don't know if we want to talk more about that, but we saw, Clint and Heller get sent down after Game 2 after Heller pitched in it. I think the Yankees view a lot of their back end of their bullpen as pretty transitive properties right now with Nick Nelsons and those kind of guys. It'll be interesting to see when someone like Sess is available. Like that's kind of an important body to this bullpen right now. We would have been excited for Luis Sessa today, and that didn't happen. So I'm interested to see. The thing that's different this year with the Yankees is they have Garrett Cole, who hopefully can be a bullpen resetter for them. Mm-hmm. We have 30-man rosters. And, yeah, I mean, if the Yankees blow out or get blown out in Philly, in theory the bullpen could be fully rested. So, yes, it definitely was the Yankees overthinking it a little bit with the 30-man roster in these first 2 weeks. But, in theory, it could still have a chance to work out for them.
Yeah, it just felt stupid. It's fine.
A little unnecessary.
Unnecessary, yeah.
A little unnecessary.
Now you have Happ and Gumby ready to go. They're going to make the next 2, right? I don't know if they've officially announced that.
Happ, Gumby, and then Cole threw 75 pitches, so I mean.
Or Tanaka. Depends on how they want to set up Boston and all
that.
I thought Chad looked the sharpest out of everyone. Chad and Canely. Britton and Otto didn't look that great. I mean, Otto got that double play to save him. Britton got the caught stealing to save him, but none of their stuff looked incredibly sharp, which is fine. First outing, I think it's fine. I don't think they look sharp.
Yeah, I think if you had to pick out of that crew, it was Canely. He ends up with 3 strikeouts. Like, he made it scary, but at the same time, he still had that good changeup.
His changeup has a different shape.
He could throw whenever he wants.
It's not that whoosh anymore. It's a little tighter and a little more vertical.
A little more north and south. So we'll see if that continues or if that's a day one thing. Chad had a quick inning where we didn't even notice he was out there because the Yankees came back. We were still excited, and the other side went 1-2-3, which a boring reliever is a great reliever. It's kind of like a tired dog. Tired dog's a great dog. Boring reliever's a great reliever. Zach Britton was not that today. But, yeah, if you line up all these pitchers today, the second most impressive guy, and I should have worded my tweet a little better, was Johnny Loizaga.
Yeah.
Johnny L's looked good, and he was his, last batter away from looking great, but it's still very much something you can build on. If Johnny Lasagna could give that 3-inning 1-earned run line for the whole year, he's going to be a big part of this team.
I'm trying to find that. Oh, you piece of shit!
Oh,
not you, MLB TV.
Oops.
I'm trying to find that inning that we all missed in the office of Chad. Like what was it? You know what I'm saying?
That was the. Okay, it wasn't the top of the 3rd inning for sure. I think it was, Cabrera pop out, Robles strikeout, Gomes ground out.
Okay.
How
many pitches was it?
Cabrera was 2 pitches, Gomes was 1. So the inning as a whole was 4 + 2. It was a 7-pitch inning.
Because I think BBD was posting Sterling calls. Yeah. I was posting Glaber and Voit stuff. Kyle was posting stuff, and we all just missed it.
Yeah, it was right after the inning where Glaber and Voit tied it up with home runs.
Yeah, we just all looked down, and we looked up, and we're like, he's out? Okay.
Boring reliever's a good reliever.
Love that. I mean, yeah, this was, Bonifacio for them.
Yikes.
Thank God.
Thank you.
Why would you steal 3rd there? It's literally the oldest rule in the book. It's like one of the most corniest cliche sayings. Don't make the 1st or 3rd out at 3rd base. And it just goes to show you, like, it's not worth it because he was safe.
Yeah, he stole 3rd.
But then he overslid it, and now, you're like, even if he's like, well, I was safe, we'll see it wasn't worth it.
Right. Like, if you slid earlier so you didn't go past the bag, maybe you're out then. So, like, you could start playing some tricky games with that.
I mean, maybe if he doesn't know how scary Gary's arm is,
right,
he doesn't slide so fast.
Man,
slow slides.
Sloppy end of the game had us all scared for a little bit.
Well, a little sloppy play all around from the guys.
Yeah, Gerber, Britton.
What'd you think of the
Glaby.
defensive lineup? I mean, Hicks comes in. that was more pinch hitting. I think they value Hicks' defense over Talkman at this point. I don't think it's crazy big, but Gardner comes in, and then DJ slides to first, and Wade goes to second.
So
Expect that a lot, I think.
this is kind of what I've been saying with the roster funny business when we were trying to figure it out with all the pitching and all the bodies. They have so many hitters that they love right now in the organization, and I think at a certain point the hitters become transitive. Good call by Erica Block in the chat. Higgy with a nice peg earlier in the game was pretty important. But, yeah, man, they are going to use this lineup, whether it's defense for offense or offense for defense. And we, I don't know, just a little thing that kind of put our thinking hat today is when the Yankees were pinch hitting late in the game. So they pinch hit Hicks for Higgy, and then they pinch hit Gary for Talkman, which if you think positionally there, it's like, okay, well, you know, Gary should just go in for Higgy and Hicks should go in for Talkman. But and this is pretty, you know, a lot of you probably picked up on this, but what Aaron Boone did that inning is he started a new lineup. He started Hicks leading off with Gary in the 2-hole, which, you know, and you'd rather have that than Gary leading off and Hicks in the 2-hole. So that was interesting. And the Yankees are going to do this for the first couple weeks between resting dudes, and I think they are using it in a version to win games, which is cool.
They won't last because they're going to drop down to 25 and all that. But, yeah, it's cool. I liked how they redid the lineup. Hicks lead off and Gary, too. Gary with the pass ball. That's bad.
Gary with the pass ball was
out.
bad.
He looked good the whole time, and then that one pass ball kind of throws it because he's doing the new stance.
Yep.
That Tanner Swanson. I always say his name wrong. I think it's Swanson, and I always say Smith.
Swanson, yeah.
Swanson, okay. Is teaching him. It looks really lazy when you miss a ball sitting on a knee.
Yeah.
So that's tough, but that's how they want him to be.
And Britton was throwing some funk up there today, which didn't help.
Every
but
pitch Britton threw was
comes
like
out
the
of the
same.
bullpen.
Like he didn't really hit the zone at all.
Yeah, he was throwing like a low inside fastball curveball every pitch, which kind of worked, but yeah.
Figured it out. All right. I think that's the game.
If we're being honest, the story of this game on the national level was Corbin getting pulled because he was at 75 pitches and he looked incredible.
I wonder if Martinez said anything about
Will Harris is one of my favorite players in baseball.
Why is that?
The past couple times I've seen him out there, he's been doing things I like.
He's good?
Well, the Yankees, he blew it against the Yankees today, and then he blew it for the Astros.
Oh, I get it. Corbin said he was happy to get into the 7th, but was pretty gassed when Martinez came out to talk to him.
How about that? No wonder he didn't pick New York.
What? Is that real?
Probably.
That's
First game of the season.
I know, but that sucks to like hear. If you're a Nationals fan, you're all mad at Martinez for pulling him in early, and Corbin's like, nah, I was gassed.
In a way, good for him owning up on it.
Yeah. That's weird. Wow. Cool. All right. Want to move on?
We can move on. I think that's good.
It's time for awards.
Or Pride?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? I think there's an easy 1-2 call here.
There is an easy 1-2, and I think, well, I was going to say it lines up. It lines up for my wardrobe, so I'll just go.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Garrett Cole.
Yeah, I wanted to go first because I think the motherfucker, whoever goes first, has an easy choice, and the second choice is harder.
Okay.
But no, you're there.
I'll let you go.
No.
Okay.
You took it.
Okay.
Who's your pride of the Yankees?
My pride of the Yankees is Garrett Cole. I'm currently wearing a Garrett Cole tank shop from our shop.
Tank shop.
Tank shop, JOMBOY Media. Go check it out. Cole 45.
Tank shop from the
Got
JOMBOY
a couple
Media top.
compliments in the Bronx today. Not a big deal.
What'd they say?
I'm a local now, so I like that shirt.
Anything else?
Not really.
No one likes it. Like nice.
Didn't like the person under the
nice
shirt.
strut, hot boy.
Okay. Yes, I did get that.
Yeah, I mean that's the most common chirp Jake's get.
And then I just threw on the Cole jersey. So it's Garrett Cole. I mean, it was a performance that didn't seem special at all. And
well, that's what makes it special.
When you look back at it.
Hey, Cole didn't have it today. One hit.
Pretty insane. So he's special, man. He gets his first start out of his system. And, dude, okay. So Patrick Corbin just says, yeah, I was kind of tired. Pull me. Garrett Cole after the game is grinning ear to ear and having a blast. And this is my favorite game ever. And he's having a good time. This is my favorite game ever. And then,
Told my wife I wanted.
you're starting to go Mahomes on
I know.
it. You're starting to go Mahomes on it. Yeah, we're still finding that voice. But, man, he's a different dude. He's in line for a special season. In that last inning, if you watch the game or you're a sicko and you're going to go back and watch, I mean, from what he looked like from inning 1 to inning 4, 5 was a different dude. I mean, the curveball went letters to dirt, and he didn't have that early on. So, special guy, like one of the most talented starting pitchers in Yankee history when it's all said and done. And he starts his thing with a one hit, beats Scherzer. You know, we had some conversations like, do you save him for different series and stuff like that? When they were playing the Mets, we were saying, like, do we even want to go heads up with DeGrom? Like, rather save him for another day. Screw it. He's Garrett Cole. Throw him out there as much as you can. And he's awesome.
Good job.
Welcome.
Garrett the Ferret.
Do you think he's going to listen?
No.
No? Mm-mm. You don't think he's a podcast guy?
Nah.
He's got a little bit of that sick pup in him, though.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
I think he listens to, like, tones.
Tones.
Just, like,
Yeah.
background, like, piano keys, like, dum.
Yeah. B sharp.
The whole car ride.
Maybe multiple tones.
At once?
Yeah.
Like a song?
Like waves and like sand going in a jar.
Yeah. He's just finding Zen constantly.
Tones.
Yeah, that's cool.
Tones.
Jealous.
Yeah. Who's your
Dude, I put on a TV show to fall asleep to last night. Perry Mason, just checking it out, new HBO show. I like the main actor in it.
Okay.
And it's like a detective thing, so it's kind of like spooky. Like, So I put it on, and I mute the screen, or I black out the screen, and I lay down, and all of a sudden, like 3 minutes in, there's like a murder scene or something, so it's just this woman screaming.
Yeah.
And I was like just hitting sleep. I woke up like in a panic. I was like, why did I do that to myself?
Yeah. That's not a good feeling.
So then I put on Phoebe Bridgers and slept soundly.
No, it was a flashback we had the other day in my home was, do you remember there was a period where like Jess thought it'd be funny to wake me up with Noodle? Like, cute, the dog wakes me up. But he would jump on my head.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I like bugged me out for a while.
Yeah, I know. I remember hearing about
I was having tough mornings for
Yeah.
a while. Remembered that the other day and was glad
I remember
it
that the
doesn't
other day
happen
because
anymore.
that's how Mac wakes me up, not on my head.
not on your
But
head.
if I put him on the bed and say, go wake up Katie,
Right.
he'll jump right on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always think of you because you really didn't like that.
Really did not like that. Garrett Cole, I've got Alex in the chat telling me there's no B sharp, which is revealing myself musically. Could have said any other note. So I feel seen in
You
the music
dumb
community.
idiot.
Yeah, I got. Any Garrett Cole notes or Pride of the Yankees for you?
My pride of the Yankees is Giancarlo
Yeah.
Stanton.
Big time.
2 absolute bombs. He goes 4 for 10 with 4 RBIs. I think he had a 455 on base percentage on the series. And that first home run in game 1 against Max Scherzer, just such a relief. And if you remember, him and Scherzer were in that underground prohibition baseball league together where they were facing each other nonstop, the Eric Cressy League. So maybe that like helped out. He'd been comfortable facing him. I mean, just an absolute bomb. And you could see his deep breath after he hit a...
Yeah.
And it's like a sigh of relief and a big F you to everyone all at the same time. Then, game 2, I know they lost, but I mean, the second hardest hit ball since 2015,
Yeah.
which the only harder hit ball was him.
Yeah.
So
2018
the second
was-
hardest hit ball since 2015, since they started tracking how hard people hit balls,
Yeah.
happened in this series. And you could just hear him go like, I forget the noise he made when he hit it, but you could just hear him yell like, damn, or woo, like it's immediately after contact. Just crazy, man. And he also, in game 1, he also had that shot to right field, the RBI to right field. He had 3 RBIs. So Stanton looks locked in. He looks comfortable, which is what the broadcast kept saying. And I just hope he goes on an absolute tear, man.
He had 4 RBIs in the series. I know RBIs are getting diluted from the stat world because, opportunity, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? They still matter for your team in a series because it's driving in runs. He had 4, double anyone on the team, Glaber. And, yeah, I mean, hitting just absolute piss missiles. Unreal. It's hard to fathom. You hear stories about old home runs, and you see the way Giancarlo Stanton's built, the way pitchers throw the ball nowadays. It's tough to picture there was, guys hitting balls further than that. You hear stories of 500-foot home runs. I don't know. Must have been windy days and shit, because tough to picture a ball traveling further than that did. I think this might be interesting and might feed the Stanton haters, or maybe this should be your proof that it doesn't fucking matter. Hard F from Jake. How about that? That's how you know I'm serious. It looks like all of his outs were strikeouts, unless I'm misreading that.
Oh, he would have hit a home run in Game 3, but the pitcher balked by accident, which then made them walk Stanton, but he was about to go deep.
So, yeah, I mean, talk about true results. He's got the 2 home runs, couple other hits, but 6 strikeouts and a walk. He looked great, man. And if you hear the Yes crew was getting so lost in his poise and how composed he is, and yes, it's important, but, I could look calm and poised at the dish, but I'm not hitting shit. You saw it, but when we started the show,
yeah, you were locked in.
I was locked.
A little too locked in, actually. I don't think you
not
were
good for me.
Yeah,
it's not. I can't be too locked.
You need to be a little loose. Yeah. So
that's good.
Good job. Good job, Stanton. Keep it up.
He looks good.
All right, moving on.
You Yankee motherfucker.
You get to go first.
Well, I feel bad now because I am taking the layup.
Take the layup. I already have it figured out.
I will always take the layup when it's there. And it's James Paxton, and he'd be the first one to tell you. And, I mean, I'll just open it up to conversation and say the main points. Let's hope he's not hurt, which he said he's not. But he is coming off of injury, so it's a little funky. But it's just straight concerning. I mean, he did not have it, and, in a normal season, if you have a start like that, you say, all right, have a good bullpen in between. Let's see you next time, and let's take a step up. We got to take a step up because there ain't a lot of time.
It's big time. Get your big eyeballs out next time he starts.
Yeah.
I'm watching, Like the babysitter when you're trying to, sneak downstairs and the babysitter's just sitting there waiting. I'm fucking on to you.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to try and sneak downstairs. Sure. I'm staring. You're like, God, this babysitter's kind of smart, Mom.
Right.
You get a different babysitter.
Smarter than me.
Can't take advantage of her. That kind of situation is his next start. I'm watching, Paxton. I'm watching.
You were probably going to watch anyways.
No. I'm watching that miles per hour section on the scoreboard. I'm honed in.
That was what was scary, and I know our friend KT Sharp, I think she had it out first. His average fastball is 94, 95. I forget the number.
It's at 96 in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, I mean, there was times he'd dial it up and you'd see a 9.8, which, again, he doesn't sit there. But he's normally mid-90s, and he was sitting low 90s, a lot of 9.1s, which...
He did have major back surgery, so I'm not... there can be a reason for this, but I don't know. Can he pitch? Can he get outs at 91?
Does this tie into your, no fans James Paxton theory? What if that's it? What if there's no adrenaline?
And again, it's not just a crazy fan theory. He says it himself. He needs the adrenaline.
A little bit.
So, I don't know. Maybe James Paxton just needs to start icy hot in his balls like Roger Clemens did.
I'm here for it.
Let's get that message.
I'm here for it.
Have you ever tried, Matt Blake? Hello?
Matt Blake.
Try the icy hot on the balls.
BBD, it looks like you want to chime in.
Just maybe you should apply it for him.
That's what I was suggesting. I could be that guy.
Why can't he just do it himself?
I could, probably.
Okay. All right.
But
Make sure you wear gloves.
You don't, if you're putting icy hot on your biscuits, you're not going to put as much as I would,
Okay.
So.
You're a creep.
41 pitches. And he looks so bad.
He looks so bad. Dude, he looks
so
really bad.
Interested. It's going to be interesting to hear about his bullpen.
I'm watching him.
And yeah, man, I mean, those miles per hour got to come up, or that slider's got to get a lot better, or knuckle curve. But yeah, man, just really disappointing. And right now we're still having some fun with it, a little icy hot on the balls jokes.
Yeah.
If the next start is bad,
Oh, yeah. Clark Schmidt.
We're having serious conversation.
Sirs. Clark Schmidt's waiting. He's watching.
Waiting.
Yeah.
I almost tweeted out something about Clark Schmidt, but it was going to be get the people too rowdy.
Okay.
Like, I was going to do it. I think I'm going to track, like, him, Loizaga, King, and maybe another guy, and just, like, their current kind of rankings in the bullpen. So I was going to have Loizaga up, King, even, Clark Schmidt, like, not existing.
Wow.
Currently doesn't.
Your eyes are incredibly, like, clear and, like, a light brown right now. I've never seen them look like this.
That icy hot. Oh, when there's good light in my eyes for a while, they hit this light brown that's kind of nice.
Yeah, yeah, it is right now. That's what I'm saying.
If I'm out in the sun for a while, it's the only time I have nice eyes. Otherwise, poop brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All right, my Yankee
Who's your
motherfucker,
Yankee MFer?
Gary Sanchez.
Ooh!
Yeah, it's tough.
Him!
It's tough. That's why I was like, shit. If Jake goes first, I got to give it to Gary.
But tough love.
Oh, yeah. Always
tough
tough
love.
love. Always
It's
tough
tough
love.
love.
He's the only one to not get a hit that played and made appearances in all 3 games. And again, it's Scherzer, man. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I actually was saying, like, I liked his swings against Scherzer's fastball. I just didn't clip one. The pass ball today hurts. He did assist in the throw him down when he slid off the bag. But if he doesn't slide off the bag, it's even worse. The pass ball's even worse. Unless he goaded him into it, you know? But no, it's scary, man. I was trying to search for anyone but. Not going to give it to King. Not going to give it to Hale. Scary. So, he looked bad. Still my dude.
Still your dude.
Pains me. But I think it's fair.
Got a good throw in that got the out in the late game.
And he looked real cute all series.
Look cute. The Britain pass ball was extra brutal because Robles is up there and he squared to bunt.
We're so scared
and
about
then
the speed.
Pulled it. Britain's looking at first, and then it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
well,
Bad timing.
so that's done. Yeah, man, and it was funny. The who's the guy? Ryan Harper out of the Nats bullpen pitched 2 innings with 4 strikeouts against the Yanks in the game they lost, and every Yankee walked away shaking their head like, "How did that MFer get me out?" And Gary had a good reaction too. I think Glaber, and they were both just like, "What? Throws 88."
Yeah.
Like, we should have all hit home runs, and I think that's how Ryan Harper gets guys out.
Yeah.
So that's the trick there.
That
But
used to
yeah,
be my trick, but it never worked. They always hit home runs.
yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully the Philadelphia pitching can wake Gary up a little bit. Maybe seeing Didi.
Marlins just had their way with him.
I know him.
Oh, I know him.
I'll hit good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll smile. Hey, Didi.
What's up?
Stop at second just to chat.
¿Cómo estás?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Too formal.
Yeah.
Let's-
Didi likes that though.
Oh,
Gary likes making fun of
Yes, yes,
how
yes,
like
yes.
cool and proper.
Yeah,
Didi
Gary once
can
went to
be.
Didi's house for like a barbecue, and he just
Yeah.
sat down at his piano and acted like he was playing
Yeah.
some crazy.
Oh,
nice
I'm Didi.
I'm Didi. Yeah, yeah.
Didi hated it.
It's like, okay, Gary.
Drove him nuts.
Get a little
man.
culture,
That
son of a
sucks.
bitch. Damn.
Glad they're gonna see each other.
What's your first award?
My first award is.
If you steal my
it's an
guy
obvious
here-
one. I'm gonna steal your guy. You know that.
If you steal my guy here, I'll sock you.
Well, you know it. Like, it's my guy, so I'm probably not stealing your guy. Come on.
What you got?
I'm giving the Charlie Hustle Award.
Okay. Voight?
Tyler Wade.
Oh, totally cool.
Okay,
Totally cool.
good.
Totally cool. Totally
yeah,
cool.
I thought we
Totally
would.
cool, totally cool, totally
You know
cool.
better than that. Tyler Wade, my guy, for obvious reasons. Gets the start. Opening day. Max Scherzer. The Twitter people are going off. Where's Tyro? Give me DJ. Oh, haven't we seen Tyler Wade enough? No. You haven't.
No.
Because guess what? He's confident,
I want him as part of this season really bad.
and he's going to be.
It's a different element.
He plays every position. You're going to see him late game defensively. The base running. The judge RBI double / Nats outfielder not knowing who Tyler Wade is and Tyler Wade knowing who Tyler Wade is. And you know what, man? I think it's what you used to say about Tyler a lot. His first 2 stints he came up and didn't have it. Be Tyler Wade.
Stop trying to hit bomb.
If they're gonna give you that bunt absolutely take it.
That's a gift.
When you're out there, run like hell. I think we've got a Run Tyler Run shirt forming in the JOMBOY Media network. So look out for that. But, man, he plays good defense. We didn't really see him get any or many balls. And he was up when the game got canceled. But Tyler Wade, he's 1 for 1 on the season. A little drag bunt, pressure on the defense. Everything nice we were saying about Trey Turner. Speed-wise, Tyler Wade can do. So put pressure on the defense, be a weapon, have fun out there, torture the other team.
I love Tyler Wade needs to be part of this season. It's a weird season. It seems like Speed's no, but I love if we start going DJ to first, Wade at second for the last 2 innings of games in close games.
I think so.
And just let Wade do his thing.
I think that was my dream for a little while. Wasn't the Tyler Wade closer?
Yeah.
A little dream of mine? Yeah. When Tyler Wade comes in, know that we're closing it out.
I like it. So good award, Jake.
And, obviously, I like him because he's my doppelganger, but his speed he was very much a factor in game 1. It's not like, hey, Tyler Wade was out there too. No, scored 2 runs. Nobody else on the team scores on that Judge double.
Bunt hit because he's so fast.
Yeah.
And you saw Trey Turner do it. Like DJ
Almost
had to rush a
game
throw.
For the Yanks, yeah.
DJ had to rush a throw. Glaber had to rush a throw because he's fast as hell.
Speed is finding its way back in the sport. The analytics nerds didn't know what to do with it for about a decade, and now it's finding its way back in.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah. Good job, geeks.
My first award is the Leatherface Award.
Glad I didn't get a full drum roll in. The Leatherface Award, huh?
Yes, the Leatherface Award.
Okay.
Any guesses?
The Leatherface Award. No.
He's a murderer, Texas.
Okay.
Texas Machine.
Zach Britton.
Texas Machine.
Texas
Chainsaw Massacre.
Got it.
But that's no correlation.
Oh, okay.
It's just this dude's really good with the leather, and I want to kiss his face.
Glad.
Gio Urshela.
It is Gio Urshela.
He's still doing it, man. What did he even do offensively? I don't care.
He had 2 hits.
2 hits. Sure.
With 2 walks, 364 on base.
Was he on base every game?
He looks good, man. He
was on base every game. Cool. So the offense was good enough. Starting inning-ending double play at third base. I mean, he had a lot of plays where you and I just go, oh, like it's so nice to have a ball hit to the hot corner and just have full trust that like that can be made.
Had the
He's
line
probably
drive.
gonna be made.
The line drive snag.
Jumping up grab. It's just I love having a good glove at third base. And if he came out like slumping or any, because it's only 3 games.
Yeah.
But so far, same dude deserves to be there.
Well, and what's funny, Gio opened up in the 9. Was he in the 9 hole the first game? Or did they? Or no, Wade was.
Wade was. He was
when we saw that first full Yankees lineup, they had Gardy 8 and Gio 9, and you're looking at the stats and you're like, what? But it's funny. Come today, when we start resting guys, and as the season goes on, you see who's, most important to an everyday lineup. Gio's sneaky up there for the defense and a little bit of the bat, but mostly that defense at third base. It's special. The analytic nerds are going to have to figure out how to grade their stuff to make Gio be special because anyone with a baseball brain knows he is. And yeah, man, wish we got that replay today, though. Would have been nice. Would have been nice.
Yeah.
Playing in on the grass and got a sharp ball hit at him.
No idea what happened.
Yeah.
No idea what happened. Thanks, Masson crew.
And dude, this is also an extension of Gio a little bit, but the Yankees announcers were giving Andujar so much love today about and he's been so willing to play the outfield, and it's like, wow, yeah, I see.
Out of options.
He did the math in his head. He's like, saw that other guy and what he does. He said, I can't do that.
That is it is cool that Andujar went to them and said, I'll play the outfield, but it's also like if he didn't do that, it's just not a guy. So
yeah.
So the Leatherface Award goes to Gio Urshela.
Good job, Gio.
Yeah.
Good job.
Your next award?
Tough award.
I'm hoping you grab a specific person because I want to do someone else.
Okay. I am going to give the... Ooh, I got to rename the award real quick.
Oh, quick rename.
So he's
not for a little bit. He's renaming the award.
I'm going to give the So You've Been in an Accident award.
Okay. I like it.
And there was actually 2 guys eligible for this award this series. And it goes back to my dumb chart earlier I mentioned. It's going to Johnny Lasagna.
Shit. Okay, fuck.
There is
handcuffing me here.
going to be an important role on this team this year when the starters had an accident or a bad day. I was going to do So You've Had a Bad Day. Yeah,
Taking
eats
one
farts.
down.
And that song was by
Yeah.
Daniel Powder, which I thought it was by a better one-hit wonder, so I didn't give him that award. But 60-game season.
He went by D-Pouds.
I mean, how many days are there going to be starting pitchers that have a bad start or get hurt or something happens?
Depends on what Paxton's doing, and I got my eye on him, so just we're there.
I mean, we're talking, there's going to be 10 days this year where something happens. Oh, we're getting an alert from the producer crew.
Verlander hurt his elbow, gone for the year.
Bang. That's tough.
It's tough. Don't bang that.
I didn't bang. It was a sad bang.
Unbang it.
That wasn't a bang.
Unbang. Oh, bang.
Bang. That's tough. Yeah, I wonder if anyone on Talking Baseball has been talking about them having an old pitching staff. Back to Johnny Lasagna. There's going to be 10, 12, whatever the number in your head is, when a starting pitcher just doesn't have it this year. Just doesn't have it. Whether it's his stuff or the other team has him or whatever's going on. And in the 60-game season, whoever's coming in for those 3 to 4 innings to make it a real start has a really important role on the team to keep them in the game. And after this week's series, Johnny Lasagna now has the nod over Mike King. If we needed it in a big game, it would be Johnny Lasagna right now. So as of now, he holds the torch for that. I'm going to be tracking. The other guy, as I mentioned, that should jump into that race is Clark Schmidt. But, man, this season might line up pretty well for Johnny Lasagna. If he can stay stretched out 50 to 60 pitches, and the one thing that's held us back on Johnny big time is that he's had this injury history, and he hasn't built up his arm strength. He could put together a really nice season, not have to go into a 100 innings pitch limit because he's kind of never really been there. So Johnny L's,
they don't want
he
him
looked
there.
good today, and his stuff is nasty. That's what it always comes back
I'm also
to.
going to say keep him as a one-time through the lineup guy. If he gives you 3 that way, cool. If he gives you 1 that way, if he gives you 2 that way, just keep him one time through the lineup for this 60-game season as that guy. Give him the Chad Green treatment from 2017. Let him just crush lineups for the first time and then move on. That's what I'd say.
I see what you're saying, and I get it, and I could very well be on that train. The thing that's different with Johnny Lasagna is that all 3 pitches are plus. When the changeup's right, it's plus. When the slider's right, it's plus. When the fastball's right, it's plus, which that's how starting pitchers get through lineups multiple times. So maybe they can test it early on, and, if it's the top or the meat of the lineup, I'm probably going to be with you. Like, don't even risk that. And, Trey Turner, second time today, gets him. Leaves the fastball in after shaking off Higgy. But
Don't shake off Higgy.
don't shake off Higgy.
Higgy's not going to
bro.
fight you. He's
Don't
too
shake-
nice of a guy. Just don't shake off
Higgy.
Higgy. Jeez.
So, Johnny Lasagna, look good today.
I am in a pickle.
Pickle award.
I had an award in my head and that I wanted to give out, but there's another guy that deserves an award more than him, but I don't have a good award to give him right now.
Okay.
So do I go to the more deserving guy, but I don't have an award, or do I go to the award that I have in my head already?
Tough. It's your call, man.
No, I need help.
We believe in you.
Producer BBD, which one would you
Follow
want?
your heart.
I like the name.
Okay.
Okay.
The Nick Wallenda Award.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or, well, the Nick Wallenda Award.
Nick Wallenda, for those that don't remember, is the guy that does a tightrope show about once every 5 years that you end up watching on a Sunday night on TV. Jimmy hates him, so that's the backstory.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes to Voit. Before the home run, I think Voit, until he's going off, and he got off the tightrope for now, he's kind of on a tightrope, man. If he's not hitting, there are so many ways that he will be replaced. Slide DJ to first, put Wade in because he brings another element in. Tyro, too. Ford just goes to first. He got a pinch hit. Now, Voit has hit 3 balls on the screws, and 1 was a game-tying home run. He's currently not on the tightrope. But I'm just telling, like, Voit, you got to, like, go off. Because, and we said this in the preseason, who's the only guy that's going to not really have that much leash? And we said, it's Voit. Because there's so many ways to do it without him being the starting first baseman. So he's not on the tightrope right now, but I'm telling you, man, if he goes in a 4-game skid, it starts creeping in your brain quicker than anyone else. So he is kind of on a tightrope season right now, and I need him. He hit balls hard today, and he hit the game-tying home run. Need you to keep going. Get away from the Nick Wallenda zone, because he is a dumb idiot, and no one likes him. So don't get sucked in to the Nick Wallenda circus family. All of his relatives died.
Yeah.
There's like a video of all his aunts and uncles tightroping in between 2 hotel buildings.
Not Voit.
Yeah, Wallenda.
Yeah.
And he still makes his kids tightrope.
Yeah.
Even though his ancestors all died from it. So don't get sucked into that world, Voit. Get off the rope. You got to tip on the tightrope, Janelle Moset.
Okay. So
Glaber deserved the award. He didn't get one.
It's a little tricky. Glaber saves himself with a nice last day of the series. Voiter, man, it's tough because I agree with everything you say, but at the same time, I think the Yankees know that their best team is with Luke Voit.
I agree.
So I think the Yankees are run smartly. So like you're saying, he had a hard line drive that got snagged by Asdrubal Cabrera at third. He had a hard line drive to hit to center the game before.
Game 2.
So I think the Yankees as an organization are smart enough that they will, if Voigt's numbers aren't there, but he's still hitting the ball well and taking the pitches he should, they're going to let it play out a little bit. If Voit has a slump, and again, the only bad Voit data we have is from the times he was hurt. Everything outside of that has been really good.
Really good.
So the times he was hurt, he had some bad stretches and appearances and everything, but that almost shouldn't count against him.
Am I taking it personally that I don't recognize him? Maybe.
A little bit.
I said Janelle Monae's name wrong.
Yeah, big time. Would like to see a little. Here's what I hope. By the time September 25th, 26th gets here, Voigt's noticeably put on 5 to 10.
Okay. All right.
And this has been a tough break for Voit, who kind of saved the game today.
Oh, yeah. No, I think he's going to be fine. I'm just saying, unfortunately, he's the closest to the tightrope.
Oh, no, we haven't even started because I'm about to go on my speed rant.
Oh, shit.
I know Voit, played football. I know he's a big guy. He just has the least natural speed I've ever seen. And, I posted that the other day, and it started going around the internet a little bit, and people are posting your Kendry Moraleses and your Albert Pujolses or your Yachty's. And, yes, an old catcher probably moves pretty poorly because they've spent their life, kneeling, and they're fat. Luke Voit is in peak condition at age 29, and, boy, he cannot move. I know Birdie was slow, and people were talking about that, but at least Birdie had the long stride.
Mm-hmm.
He knew what his thing was. Yes, I'm slow, but if I'm going to get around the bases, I got to lengthen these strides. A lot of big guys have that straightforward speed. People were telling me, who wins in a race, Voit or Gary? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Gary's fast.
Gary would roast it. And I
am Gary, I am strong, I am fast.
Yes, some people haven't seen that yet and don't understand. And some big guys have the extra body motions that makes them look like they're moving
Voigt's
faster.
moving the earth.
It's just you're right. He's spinning the earth with every stride, but it's not helping his speed. He beat out a double play that they shouldn't have even made the throw, but Castro was like, oh my God, he's not there yet. So he did that. And then there was that.
I'm starting to feel bad. You're going in too much.
Was it a double in the gap that Voit didn't score on, or what was that?
Yeah.
But the announcers were kind of shocked. I think that would that have tied the game at the point? I don't know. Luke Voigt's great. I love Luke Voigt. Great eye, incredible power. That's what he does. It's just, know how they talk about when a four-seam fastball looks like it rises? Mm-hmm. It doesn't actually rise, but it's how your eyes imagine the pitch coming in.
Yeah.
That's Luke Voigt running for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I just expect him to be 3 strides ahead of where he is.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, Luke. I know it's not your game, and next time we talk, like, you know, if you want to beat the hell out of me, I don't think you think you're a fast guy. But I just, like, I got to know. Like, when he was young, when he was 12, do you think he was, like,
no,
one of the faster guys on the team?
No, man. He never played. He never did anything to work on his speed. He was probably on the line.
Like, he played football. I think he was a linebacker.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good job, Luke.
Game-tying home run.
And,
stay clear of the tightrope.
Save this episode from being sad.
You kind of...
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's
You're
close.
talking. Well...
Yeah, it was kind of like...
Who do we miss, Jim?
Glaber. Glaber won the third game for us. He had... and, you know, he had a bad 1-2, but he had a phenomenal fourth game. 3 for 4, go-ahead RBI. He broke up the, like, one-hitter or whatever the hell Corbin was doing to us, which sent Corbin out of the game. He basically won Game 3 for us. So he could have been up there for pride.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He ended up going awardless.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is. It's a really tough break, and me and his dad are fast friends now. So I hope he's not listening
friends,
because
which is the thing. The defense, man.
Yeah, some of those throws getting scary.
I mean, you kind of saw the Trey Turner one coming. He rushed it, fast runner. I don't know. I understand he's still very young. He hasn't had a lot of MLB time at the shortstop position. I hope between now and the end of the season we can say that we've seen some growth from him defensively.
It's a short season.
It's a short season, I know, but be boring.
Can we scoreboard watch? Is that what we do?
We
It's
can.
only 60 games left.
Sox lost their series to the Orioles.
I mean, yeah, that sucks for them. I think Sox fans knew that. I don't know. I don't know where Sox fans are because half of them I think know that like they're bad. They have no pitching.
They have
half of a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
And then what the Rays and Jays? The Jays won the first game. The Rays won the second. What happened today?
We didn't mention LeMahieu a lot.
The Rays won, so we're tied with the Rays for first.
He's coming back. He's starting to look more like DJ. He had a nice opposite field hit in his last at bat today that looked like
he looks good.
The LeMahieu we're familiar with. Ford and Tyro, both with hits.
Yeah.
Game didn't really matter, but they just keep putting on the pressure. I think the only guy we really missed was like Hailstorm, who appeared in back-to-back games, and I think the Yankees are just going to abuse them until they have to DFA them.
Mm.
The story of David Hale.
The story of my life.
Story of my life. I eat her toes.
That's not the song I was singing.
Okay.
Jeez.
Me either.
Oh.
So
neither of us were singing that one. Officially?
Anything else? The next series?
4-game set against the Phillies, so programming. No.
2-2, right?
2-2, home and home, but we are treating it as a 4-game set, so there won't be a series recap after 2. We're going to wait till all 4 and then do a series recap. So, programming note, as far as Talkin' Yanks goes, this drops on Monday for everyone. On Tuesday, we will be dropping the voicemail episode. So call in, leave a voicemail because we're recording them Monday looks like we're recording it at 1 o'clock on Monday.
Ooh.
So we'll leave in, and then we have Katie Sharp joining us for Sharp Stats.
KT Sharp will be joining us for Sharp Stats.
And that should be
Tuesday.
released. It'll be recorded on Tuesday. It'll be released on Wednesday.
So if you have anything that you might be looking at analytically, maybe tweet at KT Sharp.
Yeah.
And maybe we can work that in.
And the pregame show, always on weekdays, will be live. And it's got its own podcast app. I mean, Jake and I have our first crazy day tomorrow.
Gonna be fun.
9 o'clock, I'm doing my morning show called Morning. 9:30, Jake's doing his morning show called Wakin' Jake.
Wakin' Jake, baby.
At 10 o'clock, we are recording the Talking Baseball series recap around the league, everything that's going on.
Bang.
At noon, we are recording the Talking Baseball pregame show with Trevor Plouffe. At 1, we are recording the Talkin Yanks voicemail app. And at 4, we are recording the Talkin Yanks pregame show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got like 5 breakdowns to make because a lot of cool stuff happened. So it's going to be fun.
We're doing it, people.
It's the beginning of a wild and quick ride. Jake and I will need a vacation come November.
Oh yeah, after the season, I think we might be doing some Talkin Knicks stuff tonight. They hired a coach, Talkin Sports, so we're going nuts. If you're looking for content, you got it here. Another great call by Erica again, saving us all day. Phillies and Girardi. That's going to be a good time, seeing all those faces.
Yeah,
we
we'll do
joked
it
about Didi earlier, but
tune in the pregame show and we'll do all the Yankees and Phillies
pregame
stuff
show
tomorrow. Jake, you get 2 on the homer draft.
Pregame
You got Voigt
show.
today.
Got Voigt.
Ready kicking my ass, and we're 3-0 on the over/unders. So I mean, just free money there.
Yeah.
So boom. Thank you guys very much for listening, hanging out. We appreciate you. We are excited. Tell your friends. Hop on board. Talkin Yanks. It's going to be a hell of a time. That's all. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.